Thalassemia, you have to bear in mind that thalassemia historically was a universally fatal condition of childhood. Everybody with thalassemia died by the time they're 7.5 years of age. And then in the 1950s and 60s, people realized that if you transfuse these children, they survived. And then the next catastrophe was in their middle teenage. The transfusions led to iron loading of the tissues, and then you got a very severe, in fact, they virtually all die by the time they're in their mid-20s. So when I was first working as a cardiologist in central London, I got faced with young patients in heart failure. And this heart failure was produced by loading of iron into the heart. Okay, cut the story short. My team, with a chap called Dudley Pennell and myself, we developed an MRI technique where we could measure how much iron was present in the hearts of individuals. And that led to better treatments, using the same drugs, but the doctors were able to focus their care more specifically on those at risk. And the upshot of all of that was a 70% reduction in the mortality. So now the number of patients with iron overload is less than 10% of the whole population in the developed nations, partly using the drugs that we have available to prevent iron accumulation and using scanning tools like MRI appropriately in the right people. So that's been a huge success. Hematologists now run that. They hardly need cardiologists. That's a bit of an oversimplification, but that is true. These are multi-system disorders, both sickle and thalassemia. And although the hematologists need to be the central person who is organizing care, they need to recruit specialists in other areas. We've heard today problems with bone, problems with endocrine glands, and obviously problems with the heart. For specific areas like heart failure, complex rhythm disturbances, they need to have specialist input from cardiologists.